Borada, welcome to the InstaSim channel. Today I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club again. In the last episode we did the second poetry read. We also went to go get some supplies to make some posters for a festival that's coming up in the game. And we also did some poetry reciting at the end as well to kind of practice in preparation for the festival. In this episode we're going to carry on and do the next poetry read, which I'm assuming is going to be the last one before the festival, assuming based on the dates that they were talking about in the game. So, let's get on with it and see what we can do. Again, we're trying to woo Sayori. I know in the last episode I said we're trying to woo other people, but that was a joke. Mostly we're trying to woo Sayori, I think. Well, that's kind of in the direction I'm trying to go. And then anything that other people like is just a bonus. Right, let's get on with it anyway. Right. Pleasure, parfait. I like those two words. I don't know which one I like from these. Parfait. Melody. Kawaii. Might as well. Love. Maybe, I don't know, bubbles, raindrops, pout, charm, question, adventure. There we go, adventure. I know Sayori likes adventure. Unrequited, summer. Infallible. Marshmallow again, hooray. We're always going with marshmallow. If there's marshmallow we go for it. Together. Party. Flower. Graveyard, Jesus. Fluffy. Sparkle. Clouds. Hooray! We got our next poem. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination, starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you, and I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. You're the one who didn't want it in the first place. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday? Exactly. But yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? Eh, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on a new event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Hey? You're spacing out again. Aha. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything okay? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else, but the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Insta-Sim, what's up? Hey, things might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Insta-Sim. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Hey, are you sure about that? She seemed to like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you. Oh dear. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anyone else you know. Hey? She's been much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you. Okay, I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Okay everyone, after some time passes, Monica calls out to the clubroom. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Well, maybe if we actually share our poems with Sayori first, she might tell us. This is your best one so far. Hooray! It's really, really nice. Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything okay? Eh? Of course, everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki, but in the end... Yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this... I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait. Of course I do, but that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. Okay. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you, but we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. Okay, now we're getting very sentimental. Because sometimes it's just easy to write when thinking about you. Aww. Sayori? No. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Oh dear, why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. Is that a tear I can see in her eye? Don't do that, I'm gonna start crying. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori? I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori? I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Cupcakes. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally she gathers herself and puts a smile. It's nothing. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit earlier today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out the classroom humming to herself. I didn't even get to read her poem. Damn. Yeah, so she never actually shared her poem with me this time, which seems a bit interesting. Okay. Right, let's start our poem with Yuri next, I think. Natsuki always comes last, because she's always the most critical. Decided to try something different today. I guess so. Is this good or bad? Well, neither. Oh dear. I have my preferences, but it would be unfair for me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe that's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Eh? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Eh? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. I mean, I fear Natsuki's opinion more than hers, so she's fine, she's off the hook. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just mean that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little used to it. Overthinking. Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Okay. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky, an exposure of bliss, but beneath grey rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest wood to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet the tide comes. Will it gently lick at you, at your foundations until you give in? On will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye. Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I mean, yeah. Fair. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore, drift forward and I return to earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles, our thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea, so she's probably written about a beach as well. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Right, Monica. Hi, it's the same. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It'll also make me happy to see. Aha. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure, I let Monica take the poem while holding it in my hands. I like it. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Aha. Oh jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. Ha. If you say so. Yep. There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anyone. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought, and here I am, a feather. Lost. Adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight. There we go. Twilight. There we go. Twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather. A dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. She wrote about a feather. Right. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too oh dear. Not to get too philosophical or anything. There we go, that's the word. But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everyone was okay, or everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. No, we're a clusterfuck of absolute nonsensical feelings all the time. That's what we are. We're just a mess. Oh dear. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Oh dear. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Right, so Monica is... I don't really know what she's doing, but okay. Natsuki. Finally, eh? This one? It's good. Oh my goodness, she's actually giving me a compliment. I was wondering how long it would take you. Well, it took me 2 days actually. Yeah, seriously. Don't listen to what anyone else says. Especially Yuri. Just keep writing poems like this, that's all you need. Are you sure that's not just what you want? Excuse me? You're talking to a pro, you know. Don't you think you should trust my opinion the most? I guess that depends. Aren't you biased towards poems that are more simple and cute? Biased? Of course not. My opinion just happens to be the best. Oh dear. There's one thing I can't tell. Is Natsuki actually self-aware of her spoiled behaviour? At this rate, I don't know if I'll ever figure it out. Fair enough. I'm glad that you like my poem after all. Aha! I knew you'd finally understand. Just keep showing me your poems and you'll be a pro before you know it. Anyway, here's the one I wrote. Okay. I'll be your beach. Exactly! I knew it was about a beach. It had to be. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears. That diminished your wonder over the years, but today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. This isn't a poem, this is a song. She's written the song lyrics. With a chorus and everything. It's good, but it's a song, not a poem. I mean, there's probably some things there that intertwine a little bit, but again. Yeah, I feel like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. She hasn't lived next to one. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Well, that's... Geez, she's better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care, I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you just say something strange just now? Hey? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Huh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No, first of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Who? That curious expression coming from Yuri, That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavours. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now, Natsuki's pouting too. Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Instasim, the one who is truly useless. That is correct. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's like Monica's gonna give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Instasim may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Instasim to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't. Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a minute. In the end, I think it's up to Instasim to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Instasim, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course I'm going to go with... Fuck it, Sayori, obviously. If it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbours, and Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean this to be difficult. Just think of the club. Oh, for crying out loud, I'm not actually allowed to choose Sayori. Okay. Well, I don't necessarily want to go baking with Natsuki, so it's gotta be Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most helpful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. I was just saying... So you'll be helping Yuri then, Instasim. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way as him? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I mean at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this, I don't really know why Innocent picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that, but you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kinda appreciate it. I'm sorry if I'm making a big deal out of nothing. But I've gotta say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event. Gosh, she's really taking the fact that I didn't choose her cupcakes to heart, isn't she? There, I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best, but with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Turn around. Sorry, I realise that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. You and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. If you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright, in that case it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only choose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with another reason you may have chosen me. I forget the one reason with the most common sense. I choose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Hey, I didn't realise. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After the exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori. My anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Oh god. Besides, like Monika said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Okay. Right, it's already Sunday, so in the interest of the videos, because I'm trying to do one episode per day in the game or something anyway, I'm going to leave that there for this episode, and the next episode we're going to go on to Sunday. So, yeah. So we did a third poetry read, and now we're going to be doing some decorations, because it's now the weekend, and game time, the event is now tomorrow, so it's Sunday now, and the event is the next day, I think, so that'll be interesting to know what's going to happen. Anyway, we'll carry on with that in the next episode, so thank you all so much for watching this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me a lot, and you get more videos like this. Also, don't forget to like my Facebook page, both on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'll see you all in the next episode. But until then, goodbye.